Okay, hello. My name is Jeff Grime. I'll be your professor in PSAA636. No, I'm not Mr. Robinson, who developed the course and who will be talking to you in the weekly videos. But I just wanted to do this little video to introduce myself, so you got to see a face that goes along with my name and the comments I'll be making throughout the course in the discussion forums and on your papers as well. Let's see, who am I? I think there's some bio information somewhere at the beginning of the course, but just very quickly, let's see, I'm now semi-retired. Up until last July, I had been Director of Graduate Studies in Nonprofit Management and Philanthropy at Baypath University, a small college here university now, a small university here in New England in Massachusetts. Now I'm adjuncting both at Texas A&M and at Baypath University, and I'm also spending time running a social enterprise called Your Choice Brands. Let's see, before we get any further, I want you to have this information. You see it there? Yeah. Whoops. Okay, right? My name and my cell phone. Okay? I give that out at the beginning of every class so that all students have it. I welcome, and I'll say that again, I welcome phone calls from students. Why? Because I enjoy talking to students. The online format is great in terms of the flexibility and the convenience for some students and the potential for distance learning, right? I'm in Massachusetts, you're somewhere in the country. Without distance learning and online classes, we couldn't communicate. But there's nothing like actually talking to somebody in real time. So call early and often. I really do like to talk to students. Related to that is simply that the material that we're going to cover this class is presented in a fairly sophisticated manner. In the project management book, I'm looking for my book here, this book, right? Material is presented about simulation and Monte Carlo, some high-level information, and if you haven't had statistics in the past, it'll be hard for you to grasp from the material. Likewise, grant management, this book, while it's maybe a simple topic and concept, it's really presented in a very interesting, sophisticated manner. So again, if you haven't had some of the background, you may want to call to get additional information and a little fuller understanding of the material. I welcome those sorts of calls. Okay? The other thing as it relates to phoning is simply that there are lots of students in this class. As I think I counted 23 as of yesterday. That means that there's going to be a lot of dialogue on the Canvas. Well, it's not Canvas. On the online system on Blackboard, and so I may miss things, I may not catch everything. That doesn't mean I'm not interested. A little phone call is always welcomed, particularly if I've missed something. Okay? Just a little something about these videos. I hope to do one each week. They serve the purpose of basically summarizing what we've done during the week and serve as an introduction to the following week's information. So I will try to do them Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at the latest of each week, okay? So that they can actually serve that purpose. Let's see. As it relates to this week, I guess wanted to make 2 points. One was that in this week's opening video by Professor Robinson, he does a really nice job of highlighting, crosswalking and pointing out the similarities between project management and grant management, grant writing. I just thought it was a very interesting perspective. And to digress just for a second, I'll make the point that a static environment, a static work environment allows for fixed organizational structures and the routinization of tasks. But what we seem to be seeing, both in the public sector and the private sector, is that environmental change is accelerating. And so, as I look at my notes here, there is an increased need to create new short-term systems to deliver needed public goods and services. This then relates to or causes a need for an increased number of projects and a commensurate need for project management skills. So I just think it's an interesting juxtaposition between project management and grant writing and grant management. And so in this course, you're going to basically get a twofer. You're going to get information about project management, also information about grants management. And so I think it's going to be a really interesting, robust course because of that design. The other thing I just want to highlight as you get into week 1 reading, which is the introductory chapter in here. The author, Jeremy Hall, lays out sort of like the big picture of what grant making and grant receiving is about. And he talks about how people who give money, give grants, award grants, do so in order to get the recipient to do something that they want the recipient to do. Right? There's no free lunch. And on the other hand, the grant recipient, the person who applies for the grant, may have the same interest in mind as the grantor, but is running their own organization over on the side here. And so the interest of the grantor and the grantee are not necessarily always on the same page. And so there is this inherent tension between the grantor, who's trying to use money as a leverage to get the grantee to do something, and the grantee over here, who is trying to run an independent organization while accepting money from the grantee so that they have the resources to do whatever it is that the mission of the organization is. Right? Because with no money, there's no mission. So there is sort of this inherent tension between the grantor and the grantee, and that's discussed in the first chapter, and I hope that we can delve into that a little bit during one of the discussion forums this week as well. Okay? All right, so as you can see, these videos are not really particularly formal. I try to do them in one take, but I hope that they're helpful to you and stimulate some thinking and help guide your studying as you move through each of the weeks as we progress in the course. Okay, again, that's me. That's my phone number. That's my cell phone. Just pick up the phone and call. If I can't take your call at the moment, we'll set a time when we can actually have a longer conversation. But don't hesitate, okay? And I guess just lastly, I am on the East Coast here, so I am in a different time zone. I do go to bed relatively early, so please don't call after 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? All right. All right, thanks a lot. I look forward to talking with you in person and interacting with you online. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.